Kareem. They just happened to get it. And like old man Justice told me, God, once you got knowledge, it's yours. And you do with it what you got to do. And all of them did their thing. God Divine taught that he was God. Sweet Daddy Grace taught that he was the messenger of God. Prophet Jones taught that he was God's prophet. Elijah Kareem changed name to Elijah Muhammad and said that he was the messenger of Allah. Because he was so enthused with his teachings that no one ever heard it before in the wilderness of North America, that he knew that man had to be Allah. So for all in his eyes was Allah in that person. But how was it made yellow? Farad was half original, made yellow. He found a brown head when he discovered his life. Elijah Muhammad. But it got to come back to the root. Now they gonna be correct until they got to the Black Sea. Elijah Muhammad showed wisdom knowledge. He was the wisdom seed. What else could he do but speak on the knowledge that he learned from someone else? The law was Black Sea. Dora was the one that got father to the mall. When he came home from the Korean War, he got to be home to the mall. He ended up becoming a member of Temple to the Center. He seated well in the military. He instructed martial arts. He was a master. He moved up the rank. But the father was the Black Sea. The Black Sea knows it and tells it like it would. I'm equality understanding years old. That's my degree. Tell us what is the diameter of the planet Earth. Tell us that I had 926 miles. God brought the wisdom to who? To the world. The 60 quadrants. So God brought the wisdom, and he came what? Straight forward. He deviated. He didn't deal with circumference. He didn't go around or over. He went straight through. That's the diameter it is. Get from one point to the other. No deviation. And that's how Allah taught it. Allah taught it simple and kept it real. He's the black man God. Allah knew that he wasn't going to be here long enough to develop and establish a culture that would be sufficient for us. But Allah had confidence in the young, because Allah had the knowledge. And Allah knew that by teaching the baby what he knew, by giving them the mathematics that they needed for a foundation, by giving the truth plain and simple, that we will be able to establish a culture of our own through what? Trial and error. When the father was assassinated, they thought they killed Allah. The newspaper article read, Allah lives. And Allah surely does live. But know this, we was a baby nation. We was a bunch of young guards. Babies. There wasn't no old niggas in the nation back then. None. And everybody in the community, the Muslim, the Christian, the preachers, the politicians, the civil rights workers, stood inside and tried to watch us fall. They would die out now, they needed God. They realized that Allah told us to be what? Self-dependent. So we learned through trial and error. We had a foundation. That foundation is the lesson in our mathematics. But you know, that foundation is our mathematics. And the lesson that we had to interpret to make them ours. Those are not no book. When I give out 120, it don't say Lord Stop Muslim lesson number 1. It don't say look, it says 1 to 14 and 1 to 40. When I quote the knowledge equality degree, who are the 5% of this poor part of planet Earth? They're the poor righteous people. I believe in Jesus. For all wise and righteous know who the true living God is. And teach the almighty true living God is Son of Man, supreme being black and from Asia, that ain't black and from Asia. So what he teaches, he is equality, all human beings on planet Earth. Otherwise, they're the civilized people. God, earth, and nature.
Yeah, the full righteous teachers do not believe in the teaching.
My
The
word.
son who is all wise and who is true.
When they talk about the population
He
of
said
the
the true
nation,
living God, the Son of Man, supreme.
17 million plus 2 million, making it 19 million in winter.
Civilized people also Muslim.
But the lessons specify that the Indians are original people, or what they call Indians, the Native Americans were original people. So why separate the original people from the Native Americans and say 17 plus 2? Why? Because they're not talking about an amount, they're talking about a type. They're talking about a people, what? 17, those who got the knowledge of God. 17 is greater than 1 to 40. What is the meaning of civilized? Or what is the meaning of civilization? That means that person they're talking about, that people they're talking about, has not always understanding cultural refinement. And when that savage should happen, they knew, it meant that they had the knowledge of God. And what did they do with that knowledge? They didn't just have it, the devil had it. They plus 2, meaning they used their wisdom to make what? So those that had the knowledge of God and knew the meaning of civilization used their wisdom to make that what? Knowledge form. So they're talking about a mind of people. What type of people? What type of people are they talking about? Are people that teach the what? Truth. Plain and simple. Mathematics and science is everything in life, y'all. Everything. If you don't use your mathematics to interpret them lessons, you lost in the storm. You got idiots walking around here trying to name 23 sciences. They'll come out with 23 different fantastic names. You don't never heard of them, so you won't accept that shit on face value if you're dumb enough. But you got your mathematics, so hold up. I know 2 and 3 and 5, and we the what? 5%, and the 5% of poor. So that means 23 scientists, only 23 individuals. Who's the 5% in that big time? In years to come, when they talk about the 23 scientists, then we talk about us. We are the 23 scientists in this day and time, meaning we are the 5%. That portion of the population that know the truth and what? Teach the truth. That's what we're here for. Why? The word is born, and born is life.
I'll give my life for my words shall fail.
To whom or what? Now check that out.
And 1 to 14.
Regardless to whom or what means, it don't matter even if you tell a lie.
Knowledge.
Unless we tell you, the word is born regardless of whom or what.
Have you not heard that your word is born?
Your word is born.
Have you not heard that your word is born?
You live a lie, speak a lie. You're a pimp, you sound like a pimp. You're a con artist, you're gonna sound like a con artist. When you're a Muslim, you're gonna sound like a Muslim. When you're Israelite, you're gonna sound like an Israelite. Why? The word is born. God. No matter how they try to come out their face, all they listen to their words and we know what they're about. So their word is born, everything come out their mouth. Our word is also born. It's born to the life and the culture that we live. Now, if their word failed, they would have to what? Give their life. Meaning, if you're a pimp, you have to give your life. You have to give up your lifestyle. You have to give up that life you live in order to live an actual life. If you're a crackhead, a hooker, whatever you are, you have to give that up. That's giving up your life. Nobody says you'll take your life when you tell a lie. You sound logical. Right? You kill that on the planet. Right? You kill them when they told a lie. But they got to take this. Listen, say, you got to take that. I will give my life. That's what you got to take it. You got to give up that life you live and come into the truth. That's what that lesson tells you. Knowledge, knowledge. Know Allah. Know the knowledge. Make it born through wisdom. And all that. That's how we interpret our lessons, God. That's why 120 is knowledge and wisdom of what? Our sight. Your sight. My 120 not mean the same thing to you. But I got my sight and your sight. If the nigga don't get high, or don't smoke crack, or drink excessively, or deal with heroin, or pimp, then he ain't got to take them devil tests. If that's what niggas do, those are devil tests that you got to take. So the devil has I got to take, on the same devil says you want to be. The university, you're on the same devil says you get sick. Politics, religion. And all of that, and understand what I'm telling you, I don't want you to get confused. Yeah, be true religion. We are in all reality the only true religion we use. When you deal with the word religion. L-E-G is the Indo-European word, which means to collect. Then comes the Latin word legere, which means proven fact, common sense, actual data and information. No speculation, science, right? So the word legion alone means a collection of that which is actual fact and a proven science that cannot be disputed, right? So religion is what? A recollection of these facts that we form a culture the way I like it, we go live by. And now we do it. As soon as we tell you, my religion is, as soon as they say they believe, you don't have religion. They can lie to what they call false religion. So they can lie to the whole world and say their religion is wrong, the religion of Christianity. But as soon as they use the word believe, you know it's not a religion, it's all reality. And the true essence of what that word means. But we don't use that term. Can I confuse you? You know, but it's science and knowledge that we should know. We do them words that we use each every day mean. So if somebody tells you they got a religion, and they tell you, believe, see, they say believe, and obviously you don't know what you're talking about. If you don't know God, you gotta believe it. I know God. I gotta believe her. I know the earth. I ain't got to believe in her. I know her. I ain't got no doubt that she's the earth. I got no doubt she's qualified to receive, bear that life, educated throughout life, and maintain its existence when he get older. The next subject, our health. We as a nation, number one, we know we don't eat no pig. We don't eat shrimp, lobster, clams, all that stuff that's the bottom of the earth, that was created to clean up the waste of the fish. Right? They are the vacuum cleaners.
Peace.
Garbage disposal. So when you eat them, you eat whatever they duplicate. Right? We don't eat fish that weigh over 50 pounds. Fish don't have scales. We don't eat tuna fish because of the mercury content. These things we do not eat. But this day and time, we gotta go beyond the simple laws of Adam. Right? We got to eventually, I'm not giving the laws, the orders, I'm giving advice. We have to stop eating meat. First of all, you cannot get life from death. That's mathematically impossible. When something dies, you burn it or you bury it. But you don't bury it inside you. You got burial grounds to bury things in. There are cemeteries. So if you bury people in the cemetery, why let everything is dead animal and buried in you? It don't make no sense. Now you have become a graveyard. Yeah. And you expect to what? Live longer? Because you ate meat, I ate red meat, I ate beef. I'm strong. Come on, man. Our body wasn't designed to digest all that food. Our intestinal tract is longer than any other mammal on the planet. It takes a period of time for food to travel through us. The longer it travels, the longer it stays. When your breath stinks, and let me tell you something, your breath is not supposed to stink. Your sweat is not supposed to stink. And your bowel movement is not supposed to stink. When it stinks, plain and simple, that's the smell of death. You've eaten death, and now it's coming out of you. And that's what you smell. When your bowel movement smells, that's death. When your breath smells, the smell is death. When you get sick, that's suicide. Because half the time we get sick from what we eat. It's against the law in this society to tell about a cure for a disease they don't want cured. Medical pharmaceutical, not multi-billion, it's a multi-trillion dollar corporation. The money they make off that is unbelievable. If you shot a cut, they money short, they will kill you. They found a cure for cancer. Dr. Holly Clark, for one, found a cure for AIDS. They threatened her life. She had to go to Mexico to teach. Dr. Bob Beck proved that you can cure diseases through electrically charged particles of silver and electrical therapy. Right? Dr. Semi tried to teach that he had a cure for AIDS. They stopped him. They wait for him when he gets on the plane. They wait. He can't teach him. That's how strict they are. This nurse in Canada named Nurse Casey. She knows that a lot of her cancer patients are coming back cured. Leukemia, breast, everything. They come back cured. So she wanted to find out what was it. And she's investigating. Found that they was going to the shaman, the Ojibwa tribe, a Native American tribe in Canada, right? She went and studied under these shamans and investigated this cure. Found it with 4 simple herbs. And a certain way you put them together, and you had a cure for cancer. And she made it known, they gave it her name. It's called Essiac. You go on YouTube and look at the word Essiac. E-S-S-I-A-C, and it comes right up, lined up, how to make it, where it came, how it originated. Right? Lately though, now, the health food store I go to on Nutrient Food, they don't call it Essiac. You go to Tony's on Fulton Avenue, they call it Essiac. You have the Essiac tea. If you go to the health food shop on Fulton Nostrand, they call it by the name of the tribe, or the clan rather, or the family, the nation that brought into existence, the Ojibwa nation. So it's called Ojibwa, or Essiac. I got all the information whenever you want. You gotta try to put it right now. All right? But I'm telling you that for them diseases, there's a cure. There is a cure. And if you don't accept it and allow yourself to be killed by the medicine that radiation they're giving you, their own statistics prove, not my statistics, their statistics prove that chemotherapy has never cured anyone. They might do something when you get the first stage, but as far as having it, they don't cure nothing. People that have cancer, that don't get treatment, live longer and healthier than people that get treatment. It's a chemotherapy cure. It's radiation. We got the cure. When a baby gets sick, what's the first thing he say? Mom, am I correct? Unless you was born and raised by your father, you're not gonna call out daddy. You're gonna say mommy. But mommy got the cure. Mommy will make me better. Well, listen. It's time for us to look at our mommy, our mother, the earth. They're in the physical, and here in the planet. It's our earth. And like that woman, our earth, our mothers, our wives, will not let nothing happen to our babies. This is in their power to prevent it. Believe me, this planet, our mothers, will not let anything happen to us.